Another video of Mini Legion. All right, so we got some big news, big updates, and I'm going to be doing some maintenance work, as one would call it. First big news here is in system. We have this message here: Google Play is back. We'll take a screenshot for the video. Screenshot taken. All right, so we have this awesome Google Play is back announcement, which is awesome because it definitely means it wasn't a Blizzard takedown action, but it just means it got put back up after it did its data analysis and bug fixes and patches. So it's a great thing that that's just coming back. Now, if you know anything about how things work when it comes to companies reapplying with Google Play, it doesn't matter if they forced it or if they voluntarily removed it themselves. The process stays the same, where they have to resubmit it like a brand new game. So that's what's being happened right now. It's probably going to be processed. If it was processed today, they got the approval that it was going to be put on, so it's most likely going to be officially processed either Monday or Tuesday back on the App Store, which is great news to hear. So now we got that taken care of here. We're going to go ahead and do some maintenance work here. First, we're going to upgrade the bonfire, which is great. A little trick that most people don't know is if you haven't cleared your dungeon with your alt character, it's basically you're getting free upgrades. Your first kill rewards, they always reward you with a bonfire upgrade with every single ult you create. So that's one of the reasons why your bonfire can level up so quickly. So we're gonna go here and go into our items and go into personal, because I have officially at this point cleared out, where is it at? Go to your guild hall, into your events tab, bosses, and I've officially killed off all my bosses. Now your lower end bosses will give you what we call legendary chests. As you can see here, you get extra stuff from it, so we're going to see about how much. So this is a accumulation of all of them. So I did all the bosses today just to do a video like this. All right, so to see what you get, most people want to know. So bulk usage 106, and this is for 106 crates, you get this. So if you're spending diamonds on killing your boss, you got to note that I got 6 diamonds back. I spent around 4K diamonds locked just for this video. Now let's see if we get anything extra special for the gold ones. All right, let's bulk usage 240. Write that down, use it, and look at that. I got 13 gems back. Hurrah, hurrah. That's a great odds here. All right, we did get some good amount of gold. We did get some contributions, and we did get some golden gear upgrade mats. All right, so let's see how much that did give me. Now, I did use my embassy beforehand, so that way I'd be at 0. And as you can see here, we're going to go ahead and upgrade. Let's see how many upgrades we can get with 44, and we only got 2 upgrades. So not too ideal on that front. Now we're going to go into our skills. Now we have 15K to spend, and of course I always go for the intelligence slots because that's what I want to max out. Alright, we're just going to max that out to 51. So we got a couple upgrades, awesome stuff. Nothing huge or significant. So we're going to swap over to our mage, because she is the main account for me. There we go. 46. Cancel FK. There we go. Nice stuff. Been waiting for that little ding. Get some gear equipment placed, replaced. Yep. And then we're going to go to heritage, find my staff, confirm, swap. Now I do have, now these aren't good here. All right, the only one that's actually pretty good here is the frost damage and the SP. The rest of these will get swapped out. I just got both of those luckily on one of the refinements. They're not any good for the mage, so let's just make sure and be clear about that. All right, so we're gonna put on my ring on that slot here. Go ahead and ring that. There we go. Doesn't give me any extra bonuses. Even when I do get the bonus, it's not going to be a huge bonus. So, I mean, it is what it is. Anyway, moving forward. We're going to first upgrade anything that we can. And looks like that's about it. Get me the 1 skill point here. This is my my AFK build, so we're gonna go down here, upgrade that, go to skill, switch over to dungeon. Alright, now that we got the dungeon build up, we're going to go, I have 6 points. Let's see, we're definitely going to max you out. Pay attention to when that opens. And we got 1 more we can put. We could do that. Yeah, we can just do that. That's fine. And then we're gonna put it in here. And there we go. Upgraded that. And now we're gonna go to our. Where's it? Here we go. Treasure chest. We're gonna go some gear unlocking. All right. A lot of this stuff is really annoying. I'm not gonna lie. It's really repetitive and annoying. Star upgrades. Also need to be mindful of what you also upgrade, because your materials are hard to get, so don't be spending it like it's candy. Be mindful of what you're actually upgrading. Alright, again, I always go for armor. Anything that has armor I always go for. And then secondary, well, it'll be a long time before I go secondary, let's be honest, because materials aren't very readily available as you would like. But this is something you do maybe once a week, because it's so repetitive. It's just so annoying to keep doing it over and over and over. But we're gonna go down to our monster collection. Monster collection is fun to upstar because it doesn't cost you anything. Your upgrades do, and we're not going to be doing any upgrades just yet, but we're gonna upstar. And then what do you have? AP and SP up. That's okay to upgrade. Let's do that. Let's go to 10. There we go. Upgrade. Active. Upgrade. Let's see here. A couple more upgrades. And then we're going to keep doing this until everything is done. Again, you want to do this maybe once a week. Sometimes if you're really bored looking for something to do, I guess you could do it every day if you want. That's fine. I mean, it's how you play the game. I just don't see the worth in doing this on a repetitive base. Now, your blue guys do cost shards to upgrade. But for the most part, it's hard to upgrade them anyway, so I guess go ahead as far as the shards go. Okay, just about there. Alright, now that we got all that taken care of, let's go ahead and start looking over our actual things that will matter after we've collected some rewards. There we go. Alright, so first we're going to go to the gear collection. So we're going to scroll down. Refreshing the screen does help. It makes everything go down to purple, X, Y, and Z. So we're going to look at our staff here. Staff gives haste, which is really good. And we're going to go with resistance and critical, which are intelligent bonus, though. That's what we do like. Intelligent bonus. That's good to star up. Alright, and we're going to go over here. There's intelligent bonus here, so we're going to star that up. That's really good. And we're going to kind of look over the shield that I have going on over here. The shield is good because it gives me armor and parry, which is a very significant stat. If you think about what we are needing or wanting, parry and defense is an incredible stat to have. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at what we can upgrade. Alright, so as you can tell, we're going down to the mana crystals. They start to get a little expensive. let's see here. This only can go up to 10, but I'm not going to upgrade it all the way because there's other things we can upgrade that will help, and that's not one of those things. We're going to go with haste. Haste is a good thing to have. All right, 54 haste, just like that. That is a really, really good thing to have. Haste is amazing, and it is definitely something you should be aiming for under any circumstances. Make your characters attack faster across the board. Yes, please. That is something you definitely want. So we're going to go ahead and look over some other stuff here. We got more haste. So we're going to, and it only requires that, the little shards. Awesome stuff. We maxed that out with an extra 18 haste. All right, got more haste, little shards, amazing. Extra 18 haste. All right, what else we have? Armor. We will. Oof. We're gonna upgrade it once to have it on my radar. Armor upgrade once or twice. Armor twice. Armor twice, just to have it down there. Yeah, we'll just come back. A lot of. We're looking for all the haste. If we can find all the haste items. Oops, was that one of them? No, that was HP. And as we kind of just scroll through here, looking to see what is worth spending our shards on. Block is really good to have. We're going to upgrade that. Back, upgrade. And I need more mana shard. That's unfortunate. Critical. And that's also good. Also good. Parry's also really good. I'm looking for haste. Nope. I think there was an easier way to find this stuff, but here we are. Experience bonus, haste, upgrade, back, upgrade, normal shards, awesome. Max that out to 28 haste. Now these are an item you can find, so we're gonna go and probably farm those out in the dungeons. So that's something you can look forward to doing. That's amazing. That's awesome. All right, we're gonna keep going. Also more haste. Let's upstar that. Upgrade, yes, please. Let's mark it. Nope, not that. Let's go shop and max that out. Is there any other ones that we can buy? Okay, max that out. That should be contributions, 22. Arena. No, nothing in the arena. Alright, we're gonna go back to the gear collection here. Upstar. 1. Haste, there we go. We want that haste. Faster you move, the better. All right, it does in all of my extra shards. Shards and mana shards are now all used. See, that's why you got to be real careful about what you're picking and what you're using it on. And monster collection, we can upgrade. So we're gonna go around and upgrade all of the stuff. Now your gold goes by fast, so just be mindful of that. Upstar. There we go. And this is all good stuff to get. Star ranking there. Alright, maxed out. It's all good stuff to max out. It's just a real pain to do it, so I mean, it does take time. That's why you want to do it every so often. You want to do it every other day, that's fine, but it's going to be real annoying real fast. So I call this your weekly check-off list. And sometimes they won't max out because you're not high enough level, which is fair. Alright. And sometimes your AFK farming is done horribly wrong. Yes, there is a list on where the best locations are, absolutely, but you are missing out on farming smaller locations to get their shards to level them up. Alright, this is gold well spent here. Permanent, anything permanent is well spent. That's including when you make purchases. Alright, Brooks. And sometimes you want to go back and have your alt characters. I say when you hit level 60, come back, start farming out some of these amazing areas. Upstar 11, 1, 3, 7. There we go. See, I'm over 20k now. Upgrade. I forgot to see where I was at before this, so oops. That's why farming all of these guys is a good idea when you these are mini bosses basically. You're elite. There we go. I mean, just look how much I'm gaining as far as my attack power goes. Just upgrading away. There we go. I started with a lot of gold, but not so much anymore. Alright, we're gonna level this guy up here. Really good one to have. That extra armor. Extra HP. All of this stuff is really good and adds up. So don't think that this stuff never adds up. It really does. I mean, it really just gives you a huge spike to your overall damage, to everything. Let's see here. Running out of gold. Might not make it. There we go. Oh, we might actually make it. Oh. Jackal leader. Upgrade. Nice. Made that. I don't think we'll make it all the way through. Collection maxed. Oh, sweet. Just an upstar. Upstar. Sweet. I think we made it. Okay. Gear collection. Go to collection, we get some rewards for leveling. Doesn't really help, but it's nice to get something free. I guess the terminology is better than nothing. Alright, there we go. I wish there's a way to turn this header off when I'm doing stuff like this. I don't always want to see what's going across the board there. Collection wise, again, we got some, only 20. I mean, we're gonna save it. That's one of the reasons why you do it once a week too. I mean, sometimes you're just gonna save. Intelligent bonus, upstar. If I get an upstar, that's a great thing. Upstar. There we go. Alright. That was a really good upstar. Just got 4 of those. Most likely because I've been farming that stupid bracelet I never got. I had to buy. There we go. Alright, we're out of that too. So, alright. 20, I got like maybe 1k power by just upgrading stuff. There we go. This was helpful. all of that. Nice stuff. Alright. I used 2,500 mana shards. Anything else for me? Give me some more. Let's see, hold on. We're already here doing this, so let's take a look at staffs. Haste, there we go. And we're out. Sword? No. Weird looking helmet I've always hated. Oh, haste, there we go. There we go, now we're out. Alright, so that's what we do, the once a week grind. It's what you save up your shards for, what you save up your gold for, and it makes a massive improvement on your overall DPS. Again, thanks for watching the video. That is what we're covering today. We covered the big news, of course, of going back on Google Play, and we are covering what we did daily. And have a great day. Thanks for watching.